Alright, what is going on, ladies and gents? Randy here with RTS Mobile Gaming, bringing you a fantastic, phenomenal, gorgeous, beautiful video today. We are playing a Lord of the Rings Rise to War, and you are going to like and sub! Yes! Now that you've done that, we're going to go ahead and talk about the new Tier 2 Evil Commander, the Evil Woman, Adunae. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I'm sure someone will comment below and tell me that I did not. So, in this video, this is Adunae's Commander Spotlight. Let's get right into it. First things first, she is a balanced commander. She is Tier 2. She gets 25 might, focus, and speed, plus 2 skill points at level 20. Very useful because you need a lot of skill points with her, okay? In addition, her might and her focus are identical at 1.52 per level, and that is by design. We'll talk about that in a second. Her speed is a little bit below average of 1.04 per level, but still not terrible, okay? Gear-wise, I'm going to run focus gear because I'm going to be running the focus damage build with her. I'm going to be running Carver, which has good focus. I'm going to be running Quilted Armor, which has good focus. You can also branch up into some of these other gears that have focus and plus defense. It's up to you. We're going to be running Trapper's Hood, which is going to give me focus as well as a decent chance to inflict madness on the enemy. And we'll be running the Shield of the White Hand, which is going to give me a bunch of focus as well as defense for my army and some siege, okay? Into the build itself, okay? There are really two different builds to run with Adunae. My hand. There's really only two builds you're going to run with Adunae, okay? If you're Respect level 0 through 2, you're going to be running the Spell Seeker focus damage build, okay? You're going to be running Spell Seeker, which is going to give you fantastic might. Okay, it's going to give you 60 might, plus 60 might, plus 60 focus, minus 30 might. And then you're going to be running Soul Siphon, which is going to be a decent heal and decent focus damage. You'll be running Plague, which is decent poison damage and a decent anti-heal, okay? If you do put points into Reaper, which I'm sure you will at Respect 0 through 2, just keep in mind it's going to give you plus 60 might and minus 30 focus. So between the two of them, you'll be plus 30 to each stat. Not too terrible, plus the additional 15 for maxing it out, okay? So if you max out both of these, it's plus 45 to each stat. Still pretty decent. And then you're going to be running Precise Blow, which is great damage on a 1-round cooldown, okay? Starting in round 2. And then Heart Seeker as well on a 1-round cooldown. Decent 260% damage nuke. So at Respect level 0, she's pretty strong. She is an anti-heal. She has a plus heal. She has great plus stats and 2 decent abilities. There goes my light. 2 decent abilities on a 1-round cooldown, okay? So extremely, very strong for a low Respect Tier 2 commander. Once you get into Respect 3, we're going to start talking about the spell damage build. We're going to be running Spell Seeker Tree. We'll be running Black Numenorian for additional focus damage. We'll be running, you can run Black Arts if you want, if you have the points, but keep in mind the anti-heal overlaps with Plague. They're on the same 2-round cooldown, so really that could be a wasted points if you don't have extras. If you have the extra points and you're only Respect 3, go ahead, get the extra focus damage, okay? And then Dark Mantle, you don't really need this if you're running the focus damage build. This is going to give you plus 14% physical damage received by your enemies, but that's going to be useful when we start talking about the Respect 5 build, okay? Once you do hit Respect 5, now you can start talking about running a mix of army damage and focus damage, okay? The Respect 5 is relatively strong. It's a very nice anti-heal, as well as a plus 21% damage for your allied units. Okay, so it prevents healing for both the enemy and yourself and gives you decent plus damage for your army, okay? Intimidation is going to be a stun, as well as negative might to the enemy commander. And Confusion is going to be negative focus to the enemy commander, as well as a silence, okay? So between Confusion and Intimidation, you have more than 50% chance to crowd control the enemy commander. I'm probably going to lose my car battery in a minute. You have more than a 50% chance to crowd control the enemy commander, so make sure that you are checking that out, okay? Let's start my car up just in case. Alright, just to make sure my battery doesn't die. Sorry about that. I'm just getting my 5 minutes of free time video in here. Don't mind me. Okay, so once you do have Respect 5, now you can start talking about the army damage build where you do run Betrayer. I would run Betrayer and Confusion. Then I would drop down, grab Black Numenorian. I would grab Dark Mantle for the plus physical damage received and get the anti-heal with Black Arts. After that, I would probably drop down, since I'm going to be running an army build, and grab a bunch of might and get some of the physical damage abilities, okay? But there is something to be said. I am going to actually be running the focus damage build version of this. I know I just walked you through the might one. I'm going to be getting this for the anti-heal as well as the silence, and then I'm going to be branching down to Black Numenorian. I'm going to be grabbing, not Dark Mantle, I'm going to be grabbing Black Numenorian, I'm going to be grabbing Black Arts, I'm going to be grabbing Spell Seeker for great plus focus, and then I'll be grabbing Soul Siphon. The heal is going to be negated by Betrayer and Plague. The anti-heal is going to be negated by Black Arts. They're really kind of an overlapping there, but I will be getting both of those abilities just to have the focus damage dealt. I can see this fantastic commander, okay, Adunae, dealing between 80 to 100,000 focus damage in a round, as well as being a decent anti-heal and commander CC bot, okay? So, I like her. I think she's going to be great. She has a few skills that overlap once you get into Respect 5, and they kind of counter each other out or become less useful, but they're still very strong early on. I would say she's a stronger Respect 3 commander than she is a Respect 5 commander when compared against other enemy Respect 5 units. But at Respect 3, she's probably one of the strongest Tier 2 commanders that the Evil faction has, okay? So, give me that like and sub. I love you guys. Long time. Randy out. Adunae, Commander Spotlight. Where's the off button? I'm trying to... It's not turning off. Alright, Randy out.